want to begin by honoring Doug and just the fact that I take team with him is like a huge honor, given all the history of involvement with the ministry and then Aboriginal people. So I really am thankful. Also want to honor the Treaty 1 territory that we're upon right now, and the Anishinaabe people and others that were in this territory, including Métis and Dakota and Saulteaux. This year, 2014, is a new year. Last year, 2013, was the 400th anniversary of the Turo Wampum, established in 1613 with the Dutch at Albany, what is presently Albany, New York, which is the end of the Mohawk River that flows into the Albany River, that flows down the Hudson, actually, down to the New York City. And our people established this, what they call Guswenta or Turo Wampum, and you can pass that around. This is a little beaded representation of that particular belt. That belt is actually very long and very big, but this is a beaded representation of it that is in the Francis Sandy Theological Centre bundle. And so I brought that to share with you, pass around. The Wampum, our people are covenant makers and keepers. We have kept this treaty since 1613, and it established the relationship between nations, at first the Dutch and later on the English and then the Americans. And Wampum were our written record. And there are Wampum keepers who take many days at times to read the Wampums. And the beads that are there have meaning to them. The broad white belt is a symbol of the river of life. The darker lines are representing the, at first the Dutch traveling down the river of life in their ship of state with their leaders, their laws, and their people. And then the other line represents our people traveling down the common river of life in our canoe of state with our laws, our leaders, and our people. But between the two rows are 3 rows of beads, and they describe what a healthy, respectful relationship between nations is. And we have a written record of the treaty, but that's written from a European standpoint, and it's been translated, into English from Dutch, from the Dutch records, 1613. But we have modern day teachers who have also given out the teaching of the Turo Wampum. And the description of those 3 beads are the description of respect. The first row of beads is the idea of friendship or peace. The whole purpose was that we would have peaceful relationships. The second row is a good mind. Our people were called the people of the pipe, the Cayuga people. And something that was associated with the pipe was a good mind, a healthy, peaceful mind. And so our people are known as deliberators, as good minds, thinking through things. And so that's what that second, when you think well and think right, you have a good mind. When you oppress somebody, that's not a good mind. And then finally that last link is the peace that comes out of that. out of a desire for friendship and a good mind, there is peace. That there's not just the peace of silence, but the peace of good relationships with each other. So to me, our people understood what respect was and put it into a physical representation, so that people could be reminded of how to conduct relationships with each other. So in this, I honor the 400 years of our articulation of respect. And at Sandy Saulteaux, we take the respect that comes out of Aboriginal culture, the respect that is reflected in Scripture and in the life of Jesus, and we honor and hold both of those things and seek to convey that to our students so that they can communicate that back to their communities as well. So thank you for the privilege of tag teaming with Doug.